Hey everyone, Carla here from Documenting the Journey. I'm going to have some shadowing on this video, so hopefully it's not too terrible. I am going to be doing kind of like a not so plan with me type of plan with me. I've already kind of laid out some of my weeks because I'm going to try a new format. And so I'll go over that with you, but I also wanted to let you guys know that I moved to a work planner and it's working really well. I'm actually pretty excited about it because I actually really enjoy rings and I love them. And so I have the entire year's worth of cloth and paper inserts in here that I ordered. I am going to be using these for day specific tasks, and I'm going to use this as a huge running to-do list. And I'm going to cover up the Saturday and the Sunday because I only work Monday through Friday, and I'll be able to use this area as well. The mini calendar is no longer going to bother me because I don't really need all of this note space since it's not my full-time functional planner anymore. I will not be able to show this one because I do have a lot of employees' names and informations and meetings and stuff like that, but I also have a bunch of just like blank note pages in the back, and so I'm pretty excited about that because I do love rings, and so I'm excited to be able to still have those kind of in my stack or lineup, but I'm just not really going to show it. And so as far as this one goes, I am going to show you kind of how I've been using it this past week. I did do a plan with me already on it the last time, but I am, let's see, I'm kind of playing with layouts because my bullet journal, sterling ink, is going to be here in a couple of days. And I'm really excited. So I have all of my wallet and ID and stuff on the inside of this cover. And so I'm just gonna kind of cover that so nobody will see it. But I'm not really gonna do a full flip through. Because I feel like I've been pretty transparent on how I'm utilizing this system. But I basically have all of my monthly here. I am going to have to move into February soon. I'm hoping I'll have my bullet journal is supposed to be here on Monday, which is this day. And so I'm gonna just keep all of my February stuff on this sticky note, and I'm using a pencil to just kind of write it in because I visually need to see a lot of it so I can see conflicting dates and times. And this is kind of like my pre-planning. This is essentially the bullet journal method of how you plan things, but it just gets really messy. And so I'm hoping that I can start my bullet journal in February and have it fully functional by then. So my hourly layout, I really did not come into this view at all. I struggled with it this week. So this previous week I had my habits, I had my task list, and I did a little bit of memory planning here, but I think that I'm just finding that I don't utilize a weekly hourly overview anymore. And so I really haven't been in this one at all. I do have a couple of like time sensitive, time blocking things down here. And I put my sticky notes for my kids' wrestling tournaments. My daughter was today, I'm filming Saturday the 28th. My son is tomorrow, but I didn't know the times. And so I couldn't block that off. So I don't even think I'm gonna set up this week of my time blocking. So back here is kind of how I've been utilizing this with my tasks. I'll zoom in just a little bit so everybody can see it. I don't have, let me just quickly glance. I don't think I have any super sensitive information in here. So I basically did Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then I decided to actually move my habits and my menu over here the week before that. I actually had my currently and my shopping list. And so I think because I had my habits here, I did not keep up with them. I haven't even maybe I won't even put habits this coming week. But I basically lived in this view because it's where all of my tasks were. I flipped back to my hourly just to confirm on each day what commitments I had. But this is where all of my tasks were. My gratitude is in here, medical stuff for the kids and the dogs, notes, and conversations that I had. I was I have one of my habits as connections. So I was writing down each person I was connecting with. And so I had all of it kind of in here. So this is where the not so plan with me comes in. So I was playing with this layout. So this is essentially the take a note layout. I had one of my viewers, Kat, actually recommend that I try this layout. And I was like, you know what? I have a bunch of pages in here and I'm gonna move to my bullet journal soon. So I might as well just try it and see how it works. Because this layout, she was basically recommending, it's very similar to what I did in my last year bullet journal where I had a day per page. I had my hourly and then all of my tasks and gratitude and journal on one page. But if I can squeeze everything into 4 pages for the week, I could save half of the pages in my bullet journal. And so I'm gonna try this week. Let me find real quick. I did kind of sketch out, these are my menus. I have to find it. I can't remember if I put a tab on it. I did do a sketch of some ideas for layouts for my bullet journal. And again, one of my favorite reasons for having a bullet journal is actually, here you go, being able to change it. So this is extremely messy. I'll try and zoom in one more time. So these are kind of my ideas. So I want to have 4 pages per month, which would be 48 pages total. My idea would be to have goals on this page because I am using the MakseLife system, so I can convert a lot of that to here because I'm going to carry it with me everywhere. I can have my tracker on this page, which is going to be this. So I'd have goals, trackers, and then I would flip the pages to have my monthly view. So month on 2 pages. So that would be 48 pages total. If I did 8 pages per week, I would have this layout taking up the entire page and then a day per page. That would be 416 pages. Now it's only a 520 page bullet journal. And so I would still have like 50 something pages left over for notes. And then this is all of my things that I'm going to put in it. So my index, my future log for 2024, food inventory, monthly chores, like an actual like list of it, my cleaning list, a 1 page for books read, 2 pages for friend addresses, 13 pages for meals, which would be a 4 page per month, and then 4 pages for my pets log because I have one very chronically ill pet and then I have a blood donor. So I need plenty of pages for logging that. And then I was like, well, okay, let's keep playing with this. Let's do some more math. So if I did this take a note, this one here, this take a note where it was 4 pages per week, that would save literally half. So instead of 416 pages, I would have 208 pages for a week. And so I actually thought of even doing, like if I got tired of the vertical and I really wanted to not need the hourly blocking, I could even do a horizontal. So this is my ideas. So I spaced it just so I could kind of see how much I've got. So this would be my hourly block, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. And then I would have like a line here. Everything down here would be news and my daily recap journaling. I would be able to put my habit list here, any gratitude I could have here, and my daily task list here. But if I felt like vertically this was too cramped, I could get rid of the hourly time block and I can do a bullet journal time, bullet journal tasks, and then all of my, see this like natural, she puts these dots there, all of my journaling and news could be over here. And so it's the same amount of space, but just in a different layout. And so I kind of brainstormed on that. And so I basically have all of this here. And then my future log, I think I'm gonna set it up because she does have these dots. You can easily divide your page into 4, and that's how I do all of my divisions, is she's got the dots that divide everything already. Is I could do a 2023 task list here, and then my future log could start on this page with January, February, March, April, and then the next 2-page spread, I could be able to have the rest of the 8 months there. And so that way I can do more of a bullet journal future log because we do have a lot of recurring appointments. usually halfway through the year, we need to start thinking of the next academic year because I have 2 kids in school. And so I really rely heavily on a future log for that next year just to get dates and vacations and work schedules and stuff. So these are my ideas for my bullet journal. Again, it should come in on Monday. And so clearly I'm gonna obviously film a lot of that. But I am kind of excited because I just don't utilize the hourly very much because I essentially live in these pages because I've set them up to where I have everything that I want in one area. I've got all of my tasks. I can easily do bullet journal, time sensitive appointments, all of my gratitude, journaling, memories, everything can be in this one layout. And if I did want to do a little bit more gratitude journaling form, that's why I'm going to try this layout here. And so I am going to, in this video, because I just took up, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, I am going to draw out the next 2 days, and then I'm going to go ahead and start filling some stuff in as well. I chose to make this really small over here because I'm just going to be putting my time-sensitive obligations here, and then my running weekly task list, and then my menu is going to be down here. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and start getting done here. I'm going to be using pretty minimal supplies. I have my Tombow 603, which is this lavender purple color. I have all of my DearLilyDesign Stencils, which is what I used for my headers, and I used, I think it was blue, let me find. I used stencil number, let me look for it. This is stencil number 126, and so I use these for all of my headers here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and take that one off of the ring. And the straight lines, I'm actually just using my Lauren Phelps Design pencil board for the straight lines because the MakseLife ruler I have is not quite long enough before I get to the curved edges. So that's what I'm, oh, and my pen. This is actually a Uni Jetstream 0.38. I did get a little bit of smearing because the 0.38, the ink kind of bunched up a little bit here. And so I think I'm going to go back to my Sarasa Grand barrel, but the insert of the ink is, I think it's Uni 1.38. Is it the one? O-N-E, Uni 1. Oh no, this is the Signo, S-I-G-N-O. So the refill I'm using is the 0.38 Signo, and that's what I've been using every other week. Like all of this is the Signo. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and move to that. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay out this week coming here. I'll probably time lapse it and we'll figure it out. So, okay, here we go. Okay, so I'm kind of giggling at myself because I chunked this video up and I decided to do like 5 times speed or whatever. And I really struggled with lighting because I don't have any fancy equipment. I'm using my phone and that is it. I don't have reflectors. I don't have lamps. I don't have, you know, those cool little, like the circle lamps. I don't have any of that stuff. It's just a phone and like a $20 phone clasp type stand. But I'm giggling because like at the very beginning of this time lapse, you could see like all of my super fancy like equipment, which is a poster board from Michael's. That was $1.20. And my kitchen table and all of my library books and everything else that is just like a hot mess. But it's honestly okay because I am not at a point in my YouTube channel where I really have a desire to invest hundreds of dollars on a camera and lighting situation. This is just authentically me right now at this season of life, and I'm just going to roll with it for as long as I possibly can. It's one of those things where it's not like an extremely high priority, but I still truly enjoy doing it, and I love being able to share my process. And so I'm quite okay with my Hot Mess Express that I've got going on with my filming because it works for me and I'm just loving it anyway. So I am going to be finishing out my daily tasks on each day. I decided not to do the timeline because I really wanted to try to see if I could maximize the space, and I guess not maximize my space. I wanted to see if I could consolidate as much of my information in the true bullet journal method and create true legitimate daily logs without the visual calendar of the hourly timeline, because I think visually I like the way the time blocking looks, but it's not required and necessary for what I am needing, because I really want to be able to get this to my true commonplace book where I can have everything in one area. Okay, so this is kind of how everything is going to work. I decided against the timelines because I would like to try to get to something that would probably give me more space for my gratitude, my connections, and my journaling. I've noticed a really big difference in my mental space when I'm not journaling on a regular basis. And so even if it's something as simple as just like a daily recap type of journaling, I just really need to have that. And I would love to have absolutely everything in one book, so that way I always know where stuff is. And so I'm honestly really excited about trying this. My pen freaking smeared again. I think I have ink on the edges, yeah, see, of my pencil board. And so I'll just have to make a mental note to clean my edges more often. But that's okay, because this is not like a pretty planner. It's like just a straight functional planner for me. And so I'm excited about trying this because I would love to be able to see if I can consolidate space, because I do honestly think I loved having a day per page, but I just know that there's going to be some days where I'm just not going to fill up an entire page. And if I can consolidate all of it and use 216 pages instead of 208 pages instead of 416 pages, I'll have more space for notes in the back, because I do know that I'm going to be doing a lot of summer stuff with my kids. I'm going to be doing programs and camps, and I'm going to need plenty of pages to kind of keep track of all of that too. So rough ideas on my bullet journal when it comes in, and I'm just using these cloth and paper circle sticky notes right now for just kind of marking everything, because I didn't want to put a bunch of tabs because I just knew that I wasn't going to be in this long term. But I'm going to go ahead and use this during the week, and I'm pretty excited about it because, like I said, I really don't use this as much. Like I would if it were like stickered and decorated like my cousin was, and I had it for like my true memory keeping, but I think I'll have enough space to do all of that here. Yes, I'm telling myself that. So I'll keep everybody updated on how this works out. And obviously when I get my bullet journal in, I will go ahead and make sure to share my process of that as well. I, as always, appreciate you guys hanging out with me and just listening to my thought processes. And I will... yeah, I'll probably post some pictures over on Instagram, and maybe just like little, I don't know. I feel like I don't ever really post like before and after pictures. I don't know why I do that, but I just don't. But I'll make sure to keep everybody updated on what I think about this. And yeah, so I guess that's it. So again, appreciate everybody hanging out with me. If you have any questions or anything, just feel free to drop them down below, and I will catch you guys next time.